On Sunday, the Health Ministry of Gaza reported that the number of Gazans murdered since October 7th has risen to 31,045, whereas 72,654 people have been injured. Over the last 24 hours, they also report that Israeli occupation forces have committed 8 massacres against families in Gaza, killing 85 Palestinians and injuring 130 others. But Palestinian officials recalled that still many victims remain under the rubble as the Israeli occupation forces deliberately prevent ambulances and civil defense crews from reaching the affected sites. The ministry reiterated that 72% of Palestinian victims are women and children, adding that the number of Palestinians killed by malnutrition and dehydration has risen to 25. As Muslims around the world get ready for Ramadan, extreme hunger is spreading in Gaza. United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees representative Philippe Lazzarini commented on X that with the holy month of Ramadan approaching, worshippers in Gaza need a respite to have some peace of mind. He is advocating for what he considers to be a long overdue ceasefire. In this sense, Lazzarini stated that for the people of Gaza, Ramadan comes as extreme hunger spreads, displacement continues, and fear plus anxiety prevail amid threats of military operation on Rafah. Afterwards, he continued highlighting that this month should bring a ceasefire for those who have suffered the most. On Saturday, Sweden, another top donor to the United Nations Agency for Aid Palestinian Refugees, said it would resume funding weeks after over a dozen countries halted hundreds of millions of dollars of support in response to Israel allegations against UNRWA. As we speak, a ship carrying tons of humanitarian aid should be setting sail from Cyprus to Gaza after international donors launch a sea corridor to supply the besieged territory facing widespread hunger after 5 months of war. Sweden's funding decision follows a similar move by the European Union and Canada after UNRWA warned that it could collapse and leave Gaza's already desperate population of over 2 million people with even less medical food and food assistance. Palestinian authorities have warned of a slowdown in the construction sector following the start of the Israeli aggression on October 7, 2023. According to the Central Statistics Office, the number of construction licenses issued in the Israeli-occupied Palestinian territories during the last quarter of 2023 fell by 26%. The Statistics Bureau also warned of a 24% drop in new housing construction during the same period in 2023. Meanwhile, data from the United Nations indicates that home demolitions by the Israeli army have caused the displacement of almost 1,000 people in the West Bank and of over 65,000 in the Gaza Strip. In Palestine, dozens of people, mostly women and children, are succumbing to dehydration and malnutrition due to the Israeli blockade to the entry of food. Medical sources reported the death of a young woman and 2-month-old baby due to the famine Palestinians are currently subjected to. The number of deaths due to malnutrition only reflects the cases that reach the hospitals. It does not take into account those who died in their homes. The Israeli siege further complicates the humanitarian situation of extreme shortages of food supply, water, medicine, and fuel.
On regular days, and we can barely get water, so what about the upcoming Ramadan? That's a general problem. In the camp, we have sick children who need sugars and proteins. Our children are getting dizzy. I swear for the last 5 months, we haven't seen a single egg or meat. The sweet things arrive scarcely.